When did you know you wanted to be a performer?
When I sucked at everything else. I wasn't one of those kids who grew up going, I want to be an actor, I want to be like, doing that. I enjoyed it, but I played a lot of sport and I enjoyed that, and I thought I'd probably maybe not play sport professionally, wasn't good enough at anything, but I probably thought sport would be involved in my life in some way, and it isn't, and it wasn't to be, and I ended up sort of falling into this kind of world, but also driven by the fact that I didn't want to sit in an office. I think every single person in this room and every person on a film set, that's why it's so lovely sometimes with a crew, because everyone's sort of there for the same reasons. I think most people have made that choice or realised that they're not the sort of person who wants to sit in an office for 9 to 5. And that's what brings everyone together. I quite like that.
Right. When did you know you were like on the right track and that this was what you were meant to do?
I think when you get employed and then you get employed again and again, that's when you can maybe think that maybe you have something to offer.
Was there any particular role that like you felt that, oh, I can do this, I'm good at it, I have some talent?
Well, I mean, people think this movie changed my life, but The Fall changed my life in terms of how people perceived me as an actor.
Once a man has achieved contempt for himself, he achieves contempt for all man-made laws and moralities and is truly free to do as he wills.
And I guess for myself, it answered a lot of questions about what I felt I could offer, and so it's definitely, I mean, yeah, I'm going to say that job, definitely,
Yeah, in terms of like the layering and...
Yeah, and in terms of playing a character with, a darkness and a menace to him that anything I'd done before or anything I'd sort of certainly auditioned for, gone up for, wasn't in that realm at all. So to be given an opportunity to show that side of yourself was great, and then you end up discovering that you can fulfill that side of yourself as well, which is something I maybe didn't even know before. So yeah, it's all quite enlightening.
What do you like most about how you got here, where you are now?
How do you deem success in this industry? I'm not that sure, but there's been a sort of maybe an elevation in where my career's gone, and that happened in my 30s rather than my 20s. And now when I think about the person I was in my 20s and what an idiot I was, like every single person in their 20s, I wouldn't have coped with it if there'd been this level of attention and things that have happened in the last 4 or 5 years. I feel that I'm far more equipped to deal with them now in my 30s than I would be in my 20s, and I'm glad that's the way it worked out.
Yeah. What do you like most about being able to return to this kind of character and flesh him out?
Well, maybe just the fact that you can return to play someone again and make changes, and I definitely feel with this movie, with Darker, I was given a little bit more control over how I wanted to play him, and elements of his character that I felt were important to show, and yeah, basically own it a little bit more. And I didn't really feel that I had an opportunity due to lots of different circumstances with the first movie. So that was pleasing. But having done television before and been able to return to a character and keep the growth going is something that I really enjoy, and why I'm desperate to do more television that is well crafted like that, because it's exciting to go back for lots of different reasons. But then equally you get this if you do a trilogy of films or a series of films.
Which elements of Christian were you excited to bring out in this film?
I wanted to make him more human and to make him more relatable to guys as much as anything else, and to make him more attractive to women, because that's a big part of it, and I felt that maybe some of that wasn't achieved in the first movie, if I'm being really honest. I want to see him smile more and make him someone that is like an actual human being.
Yeah, the vulnerability is really nice. It comes across.
Yeah, but a lot of that was done for me on the page, I have to say, for the second 2 movies. So, but that's definitely something I wanted to bring out of him as well.
Spending so much time with the characters, particularly shooting 2 movies back to back,
Yeah.
do you ever dream in character or like bring any quirks home with you?
No, I don't. Being in Vancouver for nearly 6 months, my family are with me, and I've got 2 kids, and you're, you're just, as soon as you get through the door, you're just your daddy, and you're a husband, so you're removed entirely from what you've just spent 14 hours of the day doing, so it almost doesn't even allow you to. But I've friends. One of my best mates, Andrew Garfield, I know he does that. He dreams in character a lot. And but he finds that very helpful in terms of his process, and he uses that. But that doesn't happen to me.
You've mentioned kind of the family and a great group of friends that kind of have helped with the whole grounding aspect.
Mm-hmm.
What, if anything, do they ask? Are they intrigued about this? Do they ever ask you about this film, or do they just wait to see it?
No, I mean, none of them see it. My family don't really see it. Some of my family have probably seen it. A handful of my friends have seen this me play this character, but really a handful. I've had the same group of mates for over 20 years, and God's honest truth, they don't really care about what I do for a living. I don't ask them a huge amount of questions about what they do. I mean, know what they do. A lot of them, they seem to be able to answer the phone whenever I call them, so they don't do much.
Yeah.
But they claim to work in finance and stuff like that. Which explains a lot about the state of the world. But yeah, no, they're not. They don't. I don't think they see me as anything but the guy they grew up with. So yeah, they don't ask too many probing questions. It's kind of cool. It's good.
That is
it suits me well. That.
Right.
Yeah.
I think you'd said the first time around that your wife was probably not going to see this. I don't know if ever. Is that still stay the course?
It's totally her choice, like if she wants to, but I don't imagine why she'd want to see it. I'm not going to tell her what she can and can't do. I'm very un-Christian-like in that way.
What do you guys watch together?
Well, the lovely thing is now that we get screeners, we get the BAFTA screeners, which is just yourself, like it's the best thing in the world. It's the best thing about being nominated for BAFTA is that you become an Academy member. So leading up to Christmas is when they arrive, so it's amazing. And we've quite a good sort of cinema set up in our house for watching movies. But we're like everyone else, Netflix and Amazon, and we just go for it. We can very easily binge when the kids are asleep on everything. Yeah.
I sense you do have little girls. Have you been pulled into Frozen and the Disney sphere?
Oh my God, are you kidding me? I could act the whole bloody thing out for you right now on the spot. I could sing every bloody line of every song. Yeah, Trolls is the one at the moment with our 3-year-old. Out in the car, we just listened to Justin Timberlake and Anna Kendrick sing at us on every family journey we go on at the moment, which is kind of fun and really kind of awful at the same time once it's the 70th time of the week.
Right.
Yeah.
It's good for your adult patience.
It kind of is, yeah. Definitely tests it, yeah.
In talking about, like, your director mentioned that you and Dakota were really skillful at kind of keeping things light. Was there any particular scene or day when you guys kind of cracked each up more than others, or like giggled or snorted or anything like that?
Oh, Dakota's a snorter. She does that all the time. You've really got her when she snorts, when she's laughing so much that she starts snorting. Yeah. And then her snorting makes her laugh even more. So then you just gotta bloody let it, just leave her to it, and she just laughs and she's crying, and makeup has to come in and redo that because there's mascara or whatever it is. So we laugh a lot. We had a lot of fun on this job and made each other laugh a lot. And, but that's what work should be like, I think, and especially the more intense the scene is, I think the more we should be laughing. How
did you become kind of capable with the toys in the film?
I mean, a lot of that stuff I had an advisor in the first movie who sort of taught me through some stuff. I also went and witnessed some stuff firsthand. I find it relatively helpful, but not massively so. And it's very varying in terms of how people approach that world and how it works for them. Some people have a lot more fun with it, and it's much jovial and joyous and fun, and then certain people it's a bit more serious and dark, and I think for Christian it was more of that, and that's not what I witnessed with the people that I went to see.
Is there anything else you would like people to know about you as far as what you let the public know?
I think the less they know about me, the better, I'd imagine.
Yeah. Well, good.
Cool.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you.